My name is Quentin D'Souza. I am the Chief Education Officer of the Durham Real Estate Investment Club. You're watching Real Deal Renos. This is a series of videos showing real estate investors in the local area how they're investing in real estate, what type of renovations they're doing, and how they're able to make cash flow. And you can do it too. Drew, thanks for inviting us out to take a look at your renovation project. Do you mind introducing yourself and who you are?
Yeah, my name is Renos. I'm a real estate agent. I do some local investing as well. Lived in the area my whole life, and we like to keep it close to the community and see if we can make some money here as well.
Great. And what kind of, why did you decide on investing in this particular area?
This area really attracted myself and my partners for the fact of its proximity to the Oshawa shopping center, obviously, public transit, schools in the area.
Right.
Those were, and depending on how long we plan on keeping this, there is the development of the new GO train station in Oshawa here as well, not too far from here. So that was another bonus for us.
Excellent. And what type of renovations are you doing on this particular property? What's
the main goal here is to create a legal duplex.
Right.
We're going to do some work down in the basement. I'm not sure how familiar everybody is with the regulations of the city of Oshawa, but we got to make all the ceilings 6'5". We got to redo some drywall, probably some flooring, and paint and minor touch-ups as well.
Great. And so that's going to give you the legal duplex status that you're looking for. Well, what would the rent have been on the property before? Let's say before you took it, what were the rents like?
The rent originally here was $11.50 for the upper floor and $7.50 for the basement.
Okay.
So that was what the original rents were here.
And what do you think as you take over and you're kind of turning the property over a little bit and improving it? What type of rents do you think you're going to be getting?
I put a feeler ad out to kind of see the response I'm going to get from the public, and I put it out for $1,300 upstairs plus utilities.
Yeah.
So that's our plan for the upper floor, and we're hoping for $8, maybe $8.50 for the basement plus utilities as well.
Great.
Yeah.
So you've actually increased the rent about $300 already.
Yes.
What type of cash flow before maintenance, repairs, vacancy do you think you're going to see on this property?
The cash flow after these renovations and the added value, we'll probably be seeing around $900.
Wow.
Cash flow a month.
$900, that's awesome. And what type of, do you mind sharing a little bit of details about the property? Are you going to refinance it, or what do you think you're going to do?
The goal is to get it legalized first.
Yeah.
And then my partners and I are going to discuss, and refinancing it is ideally what we would like to do so that we can pull out some cash and try to move on to another project.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a great property, and you've got some renovations on the go. Now you presently have this property tenanted, is that right? So you have a tenant in the upstairs while you're completing the renovations downstairs?
Yes.
And how's that working for you? Because that's a kind of unique way of doing it, right?
Yes.
You still have money coming in, and
it's actually, we kind of stumbled across it on our last property where we did kind of the same thing. We got the top floor, because what it is, the top floor doesn't need very much renovation, so that was another thing that attracted me to this property. It's basically, most of the renovations are done in the basement, and since it's not a legal duplex, it's still a single family home. We were speaking with the city of Oshawa, and they didn't have a problem with it on the last property as long as we had the top floor, just the top floor tenanted while we were doing our renovations. It's great. It helps us with vacancy costs and our carrying costs every month, so it's really helpful.
Excellent. And that's because it's a retrofit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's a retrofit rather than new construction.
Yes.
So you have that existing, and you're lifting you're maximizing the best use and the best income that you can get from the property by making it legal.
Yes.
And also increasing the rents to what market rent should be.
Yeah, we were able to get the 2-unit, the declaration from the previous owner, which allowed us to be able to do some stuff with the retrofit. So.
Excellent. So, can you take us on a little tour, perhaps, of the outside of the property? That garage, is it going to be rented separately, or is it going to be rented with the unit? And maybe just a look around the.
Yes, absolutely. I've actually gotten that great idea from you as far as renting the garage. So that is something we hadn't originally thought. But that's definitely something I'm going to explore, is trying to get some extra rent for the garage itself, or maybe storage or something. Somebody wants to store a boat or something there. Absolutely, see if we can get some extra money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
How much do you think someone would pay for that?
I don't have any experience. My other property, they don't have garages, so I haven't actually rented some out. But I'm hoping maybe $200 a month.
Right. Okay.
Maybe something like that, 150 to 200. I would think. Hopefully, a little extra cash flow.
Great. Yeah, everything helps, right? So if you can get something a little different.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take a little walk around.
So the foundation here, obviously, as you can see, this is. I've had a few foundation guys come out and give me their opinions. It's obviously, it's obviously a veneer. This is not the actual concrete. So you see, they've done some repairs.
Oh, right. So there's a veneer stamped with concrete.
Right. To make it look like it was blocks there.
Right.
So there's obviously been some repairs over time and some shifting. So it's not a complete surprise that we have some water in the basement. We were hoping there wouldn't be, but it's not an absolute shock. So we were aware of it.
And you got some newer windows too, which is kind of neat.
Yes, some newer and some not. So that'll hopefully save us some money as well. And we got to maybe fix some of the drainage issue around this window because obviously the stone's going right up to it. But yes.
Yeah. So you've got a few issues, like particularly on this wall.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, definitely down that side there. I don't want to block your shot, but you can see further down there. That's where you've had the most problem.
All right. Well, you can take a look at your grading and see what your grading is like first of all, and where the water's coming in. Was this always here?
Yes.
Okay. So then at least you're coming away and this is graded correctly.
Yes.
That doesn't quite look like it's graded away from the property, but it's hard to tell. I think they built it up a little bit.
I think they have.
Yeah.
There's definitely been some work done to the side of the house.
And it's kind of tight. It's tight to work in that area, especially with the gas line.
That's the other thing. It costs more to have excavation done with minimal space. So when I had the guy here, it cost me significantly more to get that side of the house dug out and whatnot. But these are the things you learn as you go.
Right. So you probably have to hand dig that, I would think. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what he said.
Get down there to get as far as you can.
Yeah.
Take a look at the whatever the issues are down there.
Yeah. Which is why the option of doing the interior waterproofing was something we were exploring as well. I know there's two ways. You can do it outside, you can do it inside, and inside may be a better option for us. Due to the fact that that's difficult to get to and whatnot, but we'll explore. We have another guy coming today, so we'll see.
So like an interior weeper or injection? What are we thinking? Like
I'm not because it's the blocks, concrete blocks. I don't think we can do the injection because it doesn't seem to have a specific crack. It just seems to be seepage from different seams. So I think we need to do the waterproofing and the membrane, and then put some drainage in the floor.
Okay. All right. So we'll take a quick look downstairs.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go after you, sir.
All right, thank you. Watch your head. We haven't done the ceilings yet. So basically, this is a different layout. I want to make this a 2-bedroom down here, and this is ideally as one of the bedrooms. But as you can see, it's kind of outside the basement unit, and it's in a common area.
Right.
So one of our goals is to try to figure out how we're going to incorporate this into a full 2-bedroom. Maybe eliminate this common area, and one option is maybe putting the laundry upstairs as well, so that I can completely separate this bottom unit.
Right.
We'll see how it goes. We haven't got that far yet. So.
Okay. Now you're right at the beginning of this, right? Well, you just took possession recently.
Yes. We just started this 2 days ago.
Yeah. So we're just at the beginning of the renovation, which is great to know because people want to, know where you are and what you've done. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. And so we've got. Can we take a look?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, the ceiling's the first thing I got in here and I've done because I haven't had. We haven't got our list of requirements of exactly what we need to do yet.
Yeah.
So I know the ceiling needed to be done because it was drop ceiling before.
Yeah.
So I got 5/8 rock salt.
Yeah.
So that's step one. The other one is 6'5". I know I have to do that everywhere, so I'm doing that. I'm doing my drawings and stuff today, and then going to register with the city of Oshawa. Get in here and tell me what else I need to do.
Excellent. All right. Good stuff. All right. And we've got a nice bathroom here.
Yeah, actually, it's in pretty good shape. I'm not hoping to do a whole heck of a lot here. Maybe just clean up and maybe some paint, but other than that, it's in not too bad shape. So one thing I try to do is look for places, at least when we don't have a large budget, is to try to save on my kitchens and bathrooms. Try to find some stuff that's usable and I don't have to redo it all because I find my budgets can really get out of hand sometimes when you got to do complete renos. So.
Okay, very good. That's a good advice for sure. Why don't we take a quick look?
What it basically taught me is when I'm doing my numbers, not to keep my budgets too tight because you always need to have that what if, just in case money. Yeah, and that's a perfect example of just in case money, where we needed a little extra in my budget because I wasn't expecting that, right?
Right. So maybe you can describe, like, so you have a little bit of water damage that you have to address.
Yes.
And so you took down a wall as you're doing the renovation, saw that you needed to address the problem, and then that's the reason why you need to have that little bit of extra.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A little bit of
crucial on this one. It would have really been a big problem had we not known that and kept our numbers too tight, and it can really be the difference between being in the red or the black as far as and you don't want to ruin your name and have your JV partners potentially be disappointed and all that kind of stuff. So it was important that we had that.
Excellent. And then so we've got a nice little kitchen in here.
Yep. This was obviously a huge attraction for me to this property as well, is the fact that there was already an existing kitchen.
Yeah.
And existing basement bathroom as well, so I didn't have to come in and completely do all that. And also helped me with the declaration and the retrofit status and all that stuff, having it already be here.
So Drew, maybe you can give us a couple of tips for investors who are going to go out and start this process. What kind of information or what kind of tips could you give them to help them along?
Basically, do as much due diligence as you can. Research your areas, research your rent. Like I said, leave a little space in your budget when you're buying to cover any unforeseen situations you might have. But yeah, do as much work. Don't just jump headfirst into something thinking you're going to make some money without having a good look into the background of what you're doing.
Okay, great. Good advice, good tips, and that's a lot of the things that are happening here. This is great. It's going to be a good property for you. Can I give you a high five? It's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, good. Thank you very much for allowing us in today, and this is a great property, and you're going to do some really well with it.
Awesome. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Thank you.